From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. Ready to go. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
The designated hitter, number 17.
Ohtani in his 9th season, 31 years old, and a 4-time MVP, one of the faces of the league.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Comes a 2-2. Got him. And one gone. Now it's Mookie Betts.
That's ball 3.
Pages takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Upstairs.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And Freddie takes. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on? Nice night for baseball here in the city of brotherly love. And the batter is George Springer. Oh, one down. right through there for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Addison Barger up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And 1-2. Springer leads off second with nobody out. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a line drive. Base hit into left field. The run comes in from second. Throw cut off. Now to the plate. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Man at second. And there's the strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
This one in the air right field. Judge grabs it on the run.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
So now with one away and a man at second, Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Fouled off left side. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And there's two down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. Man on second, two down. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move.
They limit the damage here. Back here in Philadelphia, today's starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman. What's the word on him?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Trent Grisham.
And the 0-2. It gets down, base hit. And the tying run is on base. Here's Judge now. On the ground to the left. To second, pulls him off the bag. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Up the middle, and that's a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Makes the catch. One down.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Line drive in the air to make the catch.
A perfect result for the defense. A line drive out that doesn't score a run, and it takes away the opportunity for that sacrifice fly. You can't ask for much more. That's the outcome they wanted.
And that is out of play. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
If they don't pick up at least one run here, this will be a very disappointing inning. When you load the bases with nobody out, you've got to get at least one run. You're thinking 2 to 3, so they need a big hit right here.
Swing and a bouncer. All loaded up. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And the 0-1. On the ground, right side, Clement. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Swings and misses and one down below the zone.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Kazuma Okamoto next up for the Blue Jays. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And there's a foul ball. Now an 0-2 from Fried. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 8.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. One of my favorite Ernie Clement notes. He got his most recent glove, the one he played the 25 season with, off of eBay. A woman from Japan sent it to him. I asked, what'd you put in the search engine? He said, used Mizuno infielder's glove. Here's Andres Jimenez. On the ground to third. To second, but he beats the throw. Save. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Doubled leading off the ball game. Then came around to score the first run of the game. 2 on, 2 outs. Back up the... Oh, that got him! The throw is still in time. And they do get the third out. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the second. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. That's to third. Slings it across. One pitch and one out. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Trent Grisham, the next to hit. Ranging back. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And now the 0-1. It's through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one hops off the wall and should score at least one. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. And here comes Bellinger. That one pulled foul. Tied up here in the early going. Fires over to Guerrero. Now 2 away as they get a run across. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 1. Okamoto. Throw goes to second. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. That one fouled off. Base hit into the outfield. Runner from third comes across, and they lead by 2.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Chisholm in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away. Here's Ryan McMahon now. They take the force out as they escape. The bases loaded. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Late with the swing there. Barger in his second season, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2018.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Late on that fastball.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Here's the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Oh, 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Two down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Hauls it in to end the inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park as we go to the last of the third. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. Makes the catch, one down. And here is Austin Wells. Can't glove it cleanly. The underhand flip. The tag out. So the lineup flips over. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. Back here in Philadelphia, here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Max Fried will go to work. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And they'll do it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. To third, and it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning, looking to extend the play now. And he'll pull into second safely.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Sanchez swings through it for strike one. Check swing, and he went. No balls, two strikes. Stays alive. Man at second. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So up next for Toronto, Kazuma Okamoto. Line drive. That's a base hit. Runner from second crosses the plate. Caught in between, trying for third now. And he's got an RBI triple.
Wastes no time there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
One down, runner at third. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Check swing, and he went 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by one. Man at first with one gone. Stepping in, Andres Jimenez. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. A two-run blast. And they've rallied from three back. It's 5-4. Springer stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it stays fair. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
On the ground, McMahon sends it to first. That'll end the inning after all. Bottom four, and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
One up, one down. Here's Cody Bellinger. That one's in there. 0-2 now.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Varsho takes it in for the out. Out number 2. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
It falls in, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
Digging in, Ben Rice. And that one handled. They get the force. That's the third out. Back here in Philadelphia, we go to the top of the 5th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
0-1 now. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. The 0-2. Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Next for the Blue Jays, the catcher,
in steps the man they call Captain Kirk. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swings through that one for strike 2. That to right. Judge on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So digging in, Jesus Sanchez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. On the ground to third. And that chance handled. Throws to first. That ends the frame. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And stepping in for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. On the ground to first, Guerrero. And he's out on the tag. Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
The third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Tap foul at the plate.
At the ball.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ripped to first, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Caballero gets out of the way. That's ball 1.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Wide throw, pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive. So up next for New York, Austin Wells. And that's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Couple of singles back-to-back. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball.
Oh, the tag, and he's out. And that will end the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
Well, these Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Base hit, that was smoke through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it.
Hauls it in, 1 away. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Hammered, base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. George Springer will hit next. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the 6th, Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3.
Judge.
Chopped left side. Barehand grab, throw to first, in the dirt, great pick, got him.
Up next
What
for the
a
Yankees,
play.
the left fielder,
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one wrapped foul. The 1-1. Okamoto handles, throws to first, 2 away. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Clement flips it. It's there, and that's a great play. Back here in Philadelphia, and now for the Jays, Addison Barger.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
Ripped to third and caught. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one ripped right center field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
The other way. And there's 2 away. Next to hit, Alejandro Kirk. Could be extra bases. Now they get the runner and a rundown. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right.
And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the seventh, Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Sanchez in position, brings it in, and there's one down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Rips one to right. Two down.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. We're at the top of the eighth, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. So far in his major league debut, he's got 2 hits in his first 3 at-bats.
He's having a great day at the plate, Boog. A multi-hit game is a great way to start your career.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. One down. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement.
Second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Check swing, and he went 0-1.
Now pitching for the
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Camilo Doval. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Doval.
Bounced up the middle. Caballero fires to first on the run. That's out number 2. Andres Jimenez now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to third. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out of the inning. Back at Citizens Bank Park. Ready for the... Bottom of the 8th. Jose out of the bullpen for the Jays. Tommy Nance.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Outside low, and the count even 1-1. Popped up left side. Jimenez settles under it. And a quick out, number 1. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Comebacker to the mound. Throw to first in time. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate.
The center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
That one backed up the middle, and it gets through. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Judge stands in now and watches strike 1. Okamoto. And that is that. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, George Springer. He was late there, strike one. Out to short. Whips it to first. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Next to hit, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And the 0-1. Chisholm to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Bottom nine. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. And a ground ball to first. Foul. And it's just foul. That was close. Looking to get the tying run on base. Bellinger takes a strike, and now it's 0-2. Got him looking. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
There's your strike. And that's downstairs and outside. The Jays trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out.
Nope.
Misses inside. Ball two.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Two away now. So they're down to their final out. And here's the first baseman, Ben Rice. That misses the zone. Ball one. And that's a little bit high. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the ninth.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
The Yankees down to their final strike. This one in the air, center field. Varsho under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays strand the tying run on base to win it.
It's true that they underestimate you. Head on, boy. Swiping, boy. I'm still putting in my apple juice. I got no excuse. I'm sad. Don't make me choose, 'cause it won't be you. I got no excuse. I'm bad. Ask anyone who knows me. Tell me not to, and I only do it again and again. Times 10.
Ready to go now. Jarren Duran getting ready to hit. And a bunt back of the pitcher. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Dropping a drag bunt there. I love it.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. No throw. Safe at second. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Late with the swing there.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Roman Anthony now at the plate. The tag, and he's out. Here comes Wilson Contreras.
The first baseman, Wilson.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. In the dirt. Kicks away from the catcher. And the runner holds. 1-2. In the air to left center. Laureano on the move to the alley. And makes the grab. And that is that. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. And that one fouled off.
Ball.
That's in there. And it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, the center fielder, number
Jackson
3.
Merrill, the next up for the Padres. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone, bottom half of the first.
13.
One out man at first. Now Machado up here. That one a little bit high. Ball one.
Yep.
And there's a ball. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Up against the wall and brings it in. Laureano comes up to hit.
The lefty, number 5, Laureano.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
He's looking pretty sharp to start the ball game. He's got that good fastball working early.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. And now two aboard.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Nick Castellanos in the box now. Takes strike one.
That's the ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 on, 2 outs. Fastball is outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And that one fouled off. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Bogaerts now.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
One and 2 here.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. Back here in San Diego, Joe stepping in for Boston. Wilyer Abreu. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Batting 6, the catcher,
Carlos Narvaez will hit next. Swing and a miss as he was late. Swings through that. And a sac bunt here. There's one. A sensational double play. Caleb Durbin up next for the Red Sox. On the ground to third. Handled by Machado. To first. That's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the second. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Ball 2.
That's outside. And the count is 3-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Lays out and makes the play.
Just a great jump off the bat, and he was fully committed. Lays out, dives, makes a beautiful catch, and his pitcher is going to be pretty happy about that one.
Here's Miguel Andujar.
Designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
Ball.
And the 1-0. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Next for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. Fouled off left side. comes up empty. That's strike two. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Fernando Tatis Jr. the next to hit. Backed off the plate that time. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. Lined, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
On the ground, out to short. They take the force out, inning over. Back here at Petco Park, and stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer. Foul ball there. And a foul ball. Good eye in that spot. That one out to right. Tatis settles underneath it. And there's one down. So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Ceddanne Rafaela.
Ball.
Rafaela, 25 years old, and he's a native of Curacao.
Ball.
That's too low. Ball 2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Lays down a bunt to the right side. They apply the tag, and the runner moves up to second. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Trevor Story. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one fouled off. Man at second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The shortstop takes the ball. And this one looks like trouble. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Back here in San Diego, so digging in now for San Diego, Manny Machado.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
And a big swing and a miss.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And Machado able to spoil that pitch. That one misses. Going to count 1-2. Got him swinging. And that's
Up
4
next for the
strikeouts.
Padres, the left fielder, number
Here's
5,
Ramon Laureano.
As a batter, he's known for performing better in these night games. He might start 2 for 2 in this one.
That's a strike.
The 0-1. Takes it in for the out. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Nick Castellanos.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
2 down, nobody on. A little bit high maybe. And that is ball 1. Inside, almost got him.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. Payoff pitch. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Start of the 4th, and stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. In the air, left field. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Contreras now. Fly to left his first time. That clips the zone. That's strike 1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Outside, and the count is 2-2. That one missed. The Red Sox down by a run. Top half of inning number 4. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's going back. Back some more. And that lands inside the party porch for a home run. Bottoms up. And we're starting over. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, wet, a fastball. Ouch, that one drilled him. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the third out. The inning is over. Bottom four, stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts.
Crochet back to work. Oh, that hit him. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play.
Second baseman.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
First pitch swinging.
No, that's it.
There's a swing and a miss. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Just missed.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
That one misses. And now it's 3-2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Padres.
So here's the Padres DH, Miguel Andujar. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up.
Ball.
Up and in, and a count now 2-0. Just missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Pitch is in there. Strike one. Meyer to first. Out number 3. We go to the top of the fifth. So stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. Swings and misses and one down below the zone. Merrill coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a quick out number 1. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it. This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
0-2 now. Ball 1 there. That one not close. And a count now even up. Swings through it for the K. That K is his third of the game. Now here is Ceddanne Rafaela. A single his first time. Back up the middle and a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
That's back-to-back singles for him. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Duran, the next to hit, takes ball one. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Comebacker to the mound.
No, he's safe.
Safe at first as they can't make the play. Here's Trevor Story.
Number 10, shortstop, Trevor Story.
And a swing and a miss there.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Freddie Fermin. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Set down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. Back to the top of the order now. Now here is Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 2 for 2.
Ball, go.
And that's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Merrill in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next pitch is outside. And a big swing and a miss. On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Here comes Tatis around third. He'll score, and the Padres take the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1. Down. Here's Manny Machado. New pitcher now, Garrett Whitlock.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
This one in the air, right field. And that's a fair ball. Save. And now second and third with one gone.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So
ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. One run across. The throw in. And he's got no chance. He's out. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And the 0-1.
No.
Two runs across in the inning. Last half of inning number 5. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Almost got him.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
In the air, right field. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here at Petco Park. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. On the ground to the left, Bogaerts. Handles, throws to first. One pitch and one out. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate.
Ball, no.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. He's painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
The Bo Sox trailing by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That's too low. Ball 3. That one catches the corner for a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Bogaerts. On to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Red Sox.
And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. He's already homered in this game. Two down, nobody on.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox.
Now pitching for the
So they turn things over to the righty, Ron Marinaccio.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
That's inside.
Ball, no.
Way inside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Got him looking for the K. Went back to the fastball. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts. Swings through that one for strike 1. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-2. Got him swinging.
The batter, number 9.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
No.
Swing and a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Andujar up to hit for the third time as he lays off inside ball one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Now one missed. That's in there. 3-2 now.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Padres.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. Durbin. They get the force. Misplay doesn't cost them. Inning over. We go to the top of the seventh, and stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. Off the mark there. Ball one. Next offering is fouled back.
That's a ball.
Two now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2 now. Laureano sprinting after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Marcelo Meyer up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 2-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. And a base hit into right center field. And he'll pull into second safely.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. 0-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. The tying run at the plate. Can't glove it cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
Ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
The Padres trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
And that'll load the bases. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. So the Padres with a new arm in the mound, Yuki Matsui.
Definitely a huge at bat in this game coming up right here, but with 2 outs, he's just got to focus on getting one batter, and this should be fun.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Swing and a foul out of play. Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Set for the last half of the seventh. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one. Swings over the top of that one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after. Being down in the count, up again.
Peyton Tolle into the game.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Merrill, the next to hit, takes ball one. Anthony under it. Takes it in for the out. One out man at first. And now it's Manny Machado. 1 for 3. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And the batter now, Ramon Laureano. First offering way inside, almost got him. Rafaela under it. And there are 2 down. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Nick Castellanos, the next up for the Padres.
No, that's a ball.
Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Goes to second with it, and that's a base hit despite a great defensive effort. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. That one way inside. The Padres trying to break this one open. Here at the bottom of the 7th. The shortstop takes the ball. Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 on, 2 outs. That's to third. Gets to it with a slide. Throw to first. What a play. In and over. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras. That one almost got him. High fly ball, right field. Tatis in position, and there's 1 down. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swings through that one. Just off the inside edge.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. 2 outs, base is empty. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. And now it's even up. That one missed. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab. On to the bottom of the eighth. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.